Half a day Flosstube.
I'm Little One.
I'm Eldest.
I'm Lynette.
And this is Max.
We're at homesteading on the home front. It is Sunday, May 13th, 2018, and this is officially going to be our last Flosstube on Guam. So, Eldest wanted Max to meet you all because he has not met you yet, and Teresa Kitten Stitcher introduced a get to know my cat segment with her cat Zero, so she thought it was only fair that Max gets some airtime too. So Max is preparing for a long journey. He gets to travel a week from tomorrow. He leaves here and he goes to Honolulu and he spends the night there. And then he goes to Chicago, and then we get to pick him up in Hartford on Tuesday. So he knows something's up. He's never been through an actual move before, because when he came to Guam, he came with my husband, who left a month before we did. So he never had, you know, the movers and the boxes and the whole 9 yards. So we think he's gonna be in heaven with all the boxes to climb on. But he's not a lovey-dovey cat. He does not want to be held usually. He wants to be near you. He wants to be able to see you. He wants to be in the same room as you. He only wants to be on your lap if you have a nice snuggly blanket on you. So anyway, he's already off and gone because that was enough holding. Okay, let's get to it. We do not have any FFOs this week, but we do have some finished objects to show you. So Eldest?
I finally finished The Rain Fell.
No, that's not it. Oh, right here. I'll put that behind it.
It's by Little House?
Little House Needleworks. Yep.
Little House Needleworks. I think it came out really good.
I bought that pattern for her 3 years ago. She insisted she must have it, and she was going to stitch it. And so finally she did, which came out good. You did a good job. All right, Little One.
My FFO is by My Big Toe, and it's called His Gift. These are not the original colors. I used 4 different shades of purple that were gifted to me by
Rustic Threads 22. So thank you very much. She put them to good use. And she stitched that on a pair of piece of gray Aida that I got from a 123 grab bag.
So that's my finish.
All right, I have 2 finishes for you. The first is from the February 2002 issue of Just Cross Stitch. This was a stitch along that I did with Beth in Connecticut. Hi Beth, can't wait to meet you soon. This is what mine looked like. I changed the light color brown because mine was just too close in color to the dark. And I changed up some of the other colors too, just according to what I had in my stash. And I am not a morning person at all, so therefore I eliminated the good morning words. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I didn't leave myself a lot of finishing room. I stitched this in my stretcher bar, so there's not a lot of margin, but I'll think of something and let you know what it is that I come up with. My next finish, you had seen me starting to stitch on this, and it's going to be hard to get a good picture because it's an actual photo, but this is the Bee Man's Garden, and I just placed it in this frame. It's crooked, like it's far from being done. But I found this frame in my craft room when I was sorting through things. I had forgotten that I had it. It was originally pink because, you know, late 80s, early 90s, everything was dusty mauve or that blue color. So my husband was kind enough to sand it for me because we thought it would be pretty stained. But then the pink was all in the cracks and we couldn't get it out, and I knew that would look terrible stained. So I just grabbed some brown paint and went to town And this is what I came up with. Like I told you in the last video, I changed it so that it said the Bee Ladies Garden. There's supposed to be a bee like right here, but I didn't know if I should stitch the bee and then like satin stitch around it, or if I should satin stitch and then stitch the bee on top of it. And so I satin stitched, and I liked it so much I didn't want the bee on top of it. And then I had to change this border right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but that border down there, it looked a little too phallic for my tastes, and once I saw it, couldn't unsee it. So I changed it. But I love the way this came out. I'm really excited to finish it up. I did contact Anne via an Etsy convo, and I said, you know, bees are really all the rage right now. It would be really great if we could get the rest of the series, because this is just one of several in the Colonial Garden series. And she did tell me that plans are in the works to re-release that whole series. So I don't know when. I didn't get a time frame, but I'm excited about that. I know Vanna has stitched this, and Donna Ray is going to be stitching it. And I think Darlene Bumgardner, I think, said she stitched that one too. So lots of people have stitched it. It was hard to find. I was so lucky to be able, one of the stitchers in the Prim Stitcher Society passed the stash to me several years ago. So what a gift, and I'm thrilled that I'm able to pass the stash on to Donna Ray. Okay, so that's it for FOs. On to whips.
Whips. So this is one of 2 whips that I have. This is the Reading Sampler by Cricket Collection.
Yep, cross-eyed cricket.
It's
Show them how big it's going to be. This is going to be the biggest project she's ever stitched.
It's terrifying.
You've got it.
So I've got a good chunk of it done right now. And when it's done, it's going to say, you may have tangible wealth untold, caskets of jewels and coffers of gold. Richer than I you can never be, for I have a mother who read to me. But Mom never read to us as a kid. So I'm going to change it to, I have a father that read to me.
I read to them occasionally. However, it was my husband's job to do bath time and bedtime, and so he was the reader. He read them wonderful books, and that is why they are the readers that they are today. He read them the classics like Little House and Beverly Cleary, but he also read some not so well-known books like My Father's Dragon and The Phantom Tollbooth, and some sci-fi books like that. So they were introduced at a very early age to books that a lot of kids weren't introduced to. So I think that's why they are the readers they are today. So anyway, long story short, I saw that pattern. I knew that mother needed to be changed to father. So yeah, it's going quick. The words go quick, but it's going to take a while to finish because it's so big.
Yep.
And that, we would show you the picture, but I've already packed it away in a suitcase. So we'll show it to you some other time.
The second whip, Little Me had started a while ago. Little one. It's a little kit by Busilla, and it's a striped daisy.
These were stocking stuffers. I'm pretty sure that this one belongs to eldest.
But seeing as all that I had of this was a long yellow string, then this, one, it makes me wonder where my needle went, and and two, that means I don't have a pattern until we uncovered this. So now I can have a pattern, all the threads I need, and even the little frame, but I might not put it on a frame.
So is that going to be your plain project?
It's going to be one of 2 plain projects.
she decided that this one was too big to stitch on the plane, so that was good. We found
it's too big to stitch at school. It's too big to stitch on the plane.
All right, Eldest, what are you going to be working on?
So I think I showed this to you last time it was on. It's Stitcherovia, Not All Those Who Wander Are Lost, which is a quote by J.R.R. Tolkien. So I picked out fabric for it. It's very close to the one in the picture. And I gathered all but like 2 colors that we cannot find. So we're going to have to wait until we get back to the States.
Because one of the colors that we're missing is all of this writing.
It gives you a list of all the colors and how much you might need of them, and I'm literally missing the 2 main colors.
So I tried to convince her to use a darker blue instead of the teal, but she wants the teal. So we're going to, so this is my plan. So we pick Max up from the airport on Tuesday. We are going to be about 45 minutes away from 4 different Hobby Lobbies. One of those Hobby Lobbies is on the way back from the airport. So I'm thinking maybe we stop at Hobby Lobby and one kid stays in the car with a cat, and I will go shopping with whichever kid wants to, and then that kid can go relieve the other kid if they want to come in and go shopping with me. And that way we can find some missing DMC and see the first Hobby Lobby in a long, long time. We had a Hobby Lobby in Virginia. The one opened in Virginia Beach like maybe a month or 2 before we left, I think, and it was always so crowded. The lines were so long. I had to time it, and I did go. I went a couple of times before we left, but I think it will be nicer to shop in a Hobby Lobby that didn't just open and is insanely crowded. So that's the plan. We'll see if it works.
It's her color. I think it's fair that she should go shop for it.
Oh, you don't want to go to Hobby Lobby?
I mean, we're gonna go to it plenty of times anyway.
All right, whatever. Okay, so my whip is, you've all seen it, the Sally Spencer, and I am trucking right along. It took me 3 or 4 tries to come up with a color. This white color here is supposed to be buttermilk, and it just was not showing up. And so I tried everything in my stash, and what I finally decided to do was use 2 strands of B5200, and that is good. It still doesn't show up from a long way away, I don't think, but up close it's good enough. So yeah, I'm hoping to stitch on this. The movers will be packing boxes Monday and Tuesday, and on Wednesday they tell us they can load the truck. I think it's going to take them longer to pack because we have a lot of stuff, but while they're packing I don't have to do anything but sit on the couch. So I'm actually hoping that this is going to be done by Friday night, the 18th, so that on Saturday when we fly I can have a plane project. Because again, this is too big. I would never attempt to stitch this on the plane. But I'm having loads of fun. It's fun knowing that so many others are stitching on it too. So I love the way she's coming out, and it doesn't, at first when you look at it, it really doesn't look like a patriotic sampler, but it's basically red, white, and blue, and some black, and a little melony cantaloupe kind of color. So I think this is going to hang with other patriotic pieces, and it's going to look fine. Okay, so you want to do plans? Mm-hmm. Okay, do plans.
She already did her plans.
She already did her plans. That's all right. You do your plan.
By the way, if you were seeing my mouth move earlier, it was because I was I had a hard candy, a whorehound. So this is, Mom uncovered it. Its home is where the cat is. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna like use that gray color more instead of like one of the other colors, but this will be my second plain project if I finish the striped daisy.
And my plans, I showed you, I think in the last video, the red Christmas tree that I was stitching. Haven't touched that since then. So it's a I'm stitching it 1/1 on 28 count, but it's small and I think it'll be okay for the plain. So that's what I'm taking for the plain project, and then who knows what I'm going to be working on after that. I've got a whole suitcase full of possible projects, so whatever the spirit moves. Oh, you know what? You need to go get your, can you go get your fire so we can do the random drawing?
Yeah.
And while you do that, I will show them. I got a wonderful package from Donna Ray for my birthday with a beautiful card that I know she made, and some lovely pieces of linen and Ada. And I said, Donna Ray, you know the kids are going to see the Ada and steal it. And she said, yes, I know, that's why I included it.
Which one's for me?
I don't know. Which one do you want?
Both.
And then, I'm so excited I get to use this now.
Ooh, what is it?
Yeah, the kids haven't seen this because I made them wait until now to see what you
I've
sent.
been begging to see it, and she's just like, oh, it's some fabric, then why won't you show me?
So from Sampling of Memories, LaDonna Snellbaker, who is now on Flosstube, so I haven't done shout outs yet, but go check out LaDonna's video because I loved it. So love this. So thank you very much, Donna Ray. I appreciate it, and I will have B-Man off to you once we land in the States. I'm not going to mail it from here. Okay, so the giveaway. 2 videos ago, I had showed you this Barbara Anna and this Joan Elliott, and said if you want it, comment. And so, where's my piece of paper? We have 59 people who were interested in that. So you want to go 1 to 59?
1 through 59, generate. The result is, I'm not sure if you can see that. Oh, there we go.
What is it?
17.
Number 17 belongs to Hazel Honey. So Hazel Honey, if you would message me your address, I will pop this in the mail to you. You can find me on Instagram. You can send me a message on YouTube. Whatever's easiest for you, or comment on your comment or whatever, and I will be happy to send those out to you. So congratulations. We are still waiting to hear from Liz Piazza on this one. Liz, if I don't hear from you by the time we get back to the States, I'm gonna give this one away to somebody else. And shout-outs. I am woefully unprepared for shout-outs. I have some that I wrote down, but they're incomplete. So I will talk to you about them, and then I will link them below with their full information. So the first one is Harriet. Don't remember Harriet's last name. I'm so sorry. But I enjoyed her first Flosstube, and I think you will too. So I encourage you to check her out. The second one is, I believe it's Cider House Crafts. I know that cider is spelled with a Y, so I will link her below as well. And the third one, I'm in love with her, and you know what? Don't even remember her name because I'm so good like that. But she is called Stash Sister. I believe that's her name. I'll link below. In her second video, she had the best tip about using a clip-on light on the airplane. And couldn't have been more timely for me. I am using her tip, and these two don't know what I'm talking about, and They're gonna love it. So, yeah, thank you for that little tip, because it's gonna come in very handy, and it's might mortify a couple of kids, but oh well. So that's it. We're at 20 minutes. That was nice and short. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about. I actually might have one more video, because I have finished my smalls for the Dixie Sampler Exchange, my small. So I am going to package that up. I've decided I'm not mailing it from Guam. I'm mailing it when we get back to the States. So I'm going to package it up and pack it away. But before I do that, I want to do a little video. So I may pre-record something, but I won't upload that until after I know that the recipient has received it. So it may be recorded here in Guam, but it will not be uploaded until after we're back in the States. And
it'd be cool if we could do a Flosstube like on the plane.
The plane is way too noisy to record a Flosstube video.
True.
Way too noisy. So if you were so inclined, we would love your thoughts and prayers for safe travel and a smooth move.
And that Max doesn't die.
And that Max gets there okay. United went through a fiasco with its Pet Safe program, and unfortunately, United is the only option for Guam to get pets on and off the island. They are changing their program, so we are grandfathered in because we are military traveling on orders. A lot of families with big dogs are not going to be able to ship their dogs off the island after June 18th or something like that. Basically, if their dog requires a larger kennel than 30 inches, they cannot fly on United. And like I said, like that's our option. So it's a nightmare here. There are several people I know who are shipping their dogs back to family just so that they can get them off the island, even though they are scheduled to stay here for another 1 or 2 or 3 years. People who are moving to Guam can't take their dogs with them, so it's a nightmare. So we were very, very relieved when we had confirmed that Max had reservations and was off the island, or was going to be able to go off the island. Yeah, anyway, that was a long story, rabbit trail. So yeah, we are, it's going to be a long trip. We leave here at noon on Monday. We have a 4.5 hour flight to...
We don't leave on Monday.
No, you're right. We leave on Saturday. Max leaves on Monday. We leave on Saturday, the 19th. We have a 4.5 hour flight to Tokyo. We will have enough time to get through security there and to get on our flight to Dulles. That's a 14-hour flight, which is long and miserable. But there are some good movies showing. We checked out which videos would be available. So,
Hobbit movies.
Yeah, all 3 Hobbit movies, The Greatest Showman, Paddington 2 for Top Knot Stitcher. So there's some good movies that hopefully will keep us entertained along with our stitching.
Yep. Stitching while watching movies.
Yeah. So we'll land in DC. Again, we don't have much of a layover, just enough time to maybe find a bathroom and get to the next gate. And then we land in Providence at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. So yeah, it's more than a 24-hour trip, or it's about 24 hours. But because of the time changes and stuff, we leave at noon on Saturday morning and we get to Providence at 7 p.m. Saturday night. So it'll be like 7 hours.
I wish.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's that. We're excited. We've done what we can. If something gets packed, it gets packed. If it wasn't supposed to, oh well.
See it in a few months, hopefully.
Yep. We don't know when we will see our stuff again, which is why we have a lot of luggage coming with us. But we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being on the same time zone as everyone, so maybe I can like finally participate in Friday Night Off the Grid and all that good stuff. So we're excited. Like I said, prayers are appreciated. So until we see you again from the States, continental United States, we wish you fair winds and following seas.